All right, and now it's time for this week's sponsor, I Wish I Had. And this week is a really fun company. They have a great social media, great website, and it's a product that I got as a gift at Christmas 2023. And I have worn probably 10 times already as of this recording, which is the beginning of February. And the company is called the Perfect Jean. And their one of their catchphrases is F your khakis, which is great. And I'll read here their mission from their website in a little segment within a segment I like to call reading that says their mission: they're a conglomerate of mostly imperfect men and a couple of extra perfect ladies who set out on a mission to find reasonably priced stretch jeans that we could comfortably wear all day, every day. So that is, to me, the big thing. They have a number of different styles and fits and colors in these stretch jeans. And I was so happy to find this. My wife, Beth, helped me, and she kind of found these initially. And the problem that I've had is I'm basically shaped like a bowling ball with no ass. So that is my body fit, and I'm so glad that our daughter got my wife's body and not my body. But I'm basically a bowling ball with no ass. So it's really hard for me to find a pair of jeans because I have short legs and I don't have a butt. And every pair of jeans I wear just looks like a pair of Jenkos on me from the mid-90s. So, yeah, and I refuse just to go out and spend $500 on some, niche brand or whatever. So I found these Perfect jeans. They're stretch jeans, and they have short lengths. The ones that I got were 28-inch inseam. I'm 5'10". I just have stubby legs. And got the waist is really nice. It's got a little elastic to it, so as you're standing up or sitting down or moving, even if with a belt on, you feel like it has a little bit of give. And I have like a charcoal kind of black gray color, which is really, really cool. I've worn them several times. I even wore them driving from Phoenix to Palm Springs, California, which is about a 5-hour drive. And they were as comfortable as having, kind of athleisure wear on or whatever. So I'm looking to get a second pair. They were sold out of the other ones that I wanted. But I would highly recommend you check out the Perfect Jean NYC. They are really, really high quality stuff. They wear incredibly comfortably well. And that is this week's sponsor, I Wish I Had. And now it's time for this week's Just the Tip. And this week's Just the Tip is another cooking tip, and I'm going to tell you why your sheet pan meals suck. And it's pretty simple when you think about it. One of the things that drives me nuts, and not in a snobby, chefy way, but just in a practical way, I've seen over the last several years all these IG and social videos of people cooking and making sheet pan meals. And the whole concept behind it is you throw everything on one pan, you toss it in the oven, and in 20, 30 minutes it's done, and you have minimal cleanup and minimal effort. And I'm totally all about that. When you cook in a kitchen professionally, that is one of the places you need to get to mentally, is being optimized and being efficient with everything. And even down to literally where picking your knife up once and putting it down once instead of picking it up 4 or 5 times because you're not prepared with how the layout of your little station is. So those are things that really run through your mind when you're working is, am I working absolutely as efficiently as possible to maximize every second? Because you typically need every second. But with these sheet pan meals, what you see is everybody does a couple of things. So I'm going to talk to you about a better way to do a sheet pan meal. And I'm going to make a video on this in a couple of months of sheet pan meals and show you how to do it maybe a little bit better. So the first thing you see everybody dump all their food onto the sheet pan, and then they take oil and drizzle oil everywhere, and then they take their salt or pepper or seasonings or whatever and sprinkle it around, and then they take their hands and they mix everything together. Okay, so that is the wrong way to season your food to begin with, because there's no way that you're getting even coating and even coverage on everything. So the better way to do that is to put everything in a bowl, hit it with oil, toss everything around to make sure all the food is coated in oil, then add your salts and seasonings and repeat. Toss everything around so you get even coating, then dump it on the sheet pan. But the biggest problem with my sheet pan meals that I have is you're talking about, here's chicken thighs, here's sweet potatoes, here's red onions, here's bell peppers. Well, guess what? All of those things take different amounts of time to cook and are best cooked at different temperatures. So when you have chicken thighs, for example, those are going to take 20 to 30 minutes in a 350 or 400 degree oven if you're roasting them to cook them all the way through. Bell peppers, if you have sliced bell peppers, for example, and you put those in an oven for 30 minutes, they're going to turn to mush. So sweet potatoes might even take a little bit longer depending on how you cook them. So my recommendation would be, hey, use your sheet pan meal philosophy. It requires one extra section of steps, which is cook in sections. So if you have chicken and then sweet potatoes and then bell peppers and then whatever else, onion, then throw your chicken in first, or your chicken and your sweet potatoes in at the same time. And then halfway through cooking, pull the pan out, put your next vegetable down, put it back in. Pull your pan out, put your last one in. Good. So you're still only using the same amount of dishes and bowls, but you're cooking in stages and sections, and you're ensuring that each food is cooked to the appropriate level of doneness. So that is this week's Just the Tip. Okay, and now it's time for this week's Whisper In. And this week's Whisper In is an Instagram account that I follow, and the guy's name is Rob Dance. And he is an entrepreneur, and he has started a major tech company and has grown that from nothing into a giant. And he has been all over the news, and he posts daily business advice and motivation. And he says, fighting in your corner and making business simple. Follow me for daily business advice. And he seems to have a really good perspective on understanding how to grow your business, how to build a good culture and a good team. He has really good, positive advice. He's very willing to talk to you in a real sense about what you need to do to be successful and things that might be holding you back. It also talks a lot about building, talking good to yourself, talking to yourself in a positive way. Instead of saying, I can't do this, I'm going to fail, saying, well, what can I do? And what can I learn from my failures? So it is a very fun account to follow. He seems like a really good dude. And it's awesome that he's built a huge business. So his name is Rob Dance, R-O-B, dance like you're dancing, on Instagram. Give him a follow. That is this week's Whisper